Welcome, everybody, to the Early Edge in 5. I am the counselor of cash. The coach is 37,000 feet in the air, traveling to do something awesome for SportsLine. But again, this is the Early Edge in 5, so we got to get right to it. Let's bring in the stars of the show here on a Monday. If you wanted NHL, if you wanted NBA, if you wanted MLB, well, you've got it right here. Because speaking of MLB, Barner, Mikey B, how we doing today?
I'm good. How are you today?
Pretty good. Hopefully my mic is coming in okay. I had to go to parts unknown for me. So if you're hearing me okay, well, it's probably okay. But what's really important today is what you hear from the other three. So EC, we want to hear from you. Is that top button? Is that buttoned up there? I can't tell.
No, it's not. It's not. I was choking on it, counselor. I don't know. I couldn't make it work. I am going with the undershirt today. I know that was discussed in the morning chat. But, it was a good weekend. I hit some parlays with alt lines, everything that coach hates. But even my Monday is still not as good as Spector's. Look at that smile on his face after hearing the De'Aaron Fox news. Hey, if you can't beat them when they're heads up, you got to have injuries. It happened with the Suns. I get it. So it's your turn, Spector.
Come on, man. I'm not happy for an injury whatsoever. I'm happy they won game 4. I want 9 games of that series. That series is just.
Can I take a timeout when I don't have one?
No, we have no timeouts left over here. That series is just so much fun to watch. The level of basketball is so high. It is a shame that with De'Aaron Fox, because that I just hope for an even playing field for everybody. You hate that way, even if I'm rooting for the other team. But am I happy about game 4? You're damn right I am.
Yeah, I think when Harrison Barnes jacked up that 3, I think everybody was holding their breath, whether they were a fan of Golden State or Sacramento or otherwise. That was just one of those moments. You're just kind of – it felt like it took 5 seconds for that shot to hit the back of the rim there. Really hit the back of the rim. We're not looking for that from you, EC. We're looking for a few swishes here. We've got some baseball. We've got some basketball, and we even got some NHL here. You are running the gamut here. Let's hear your picks here on Early Edge in 5.
All right, counselor, let's start in the NHL. I'm going to roll with Kyle Connor, the Winnipeg Jets, over 3.5 shots on goal at -122. So the line movement, this one started out at like -110. Now it's gone even more so. I tried to find the best price, found it on FanDuel, -122. He's had 5, 8, and 8 in this series as far as shots on goal. They're down 2-1. And this is a must-win game for Winnipeg. Like, you lose game 4, you're down 3-1, it's over. He had 3, 3, and 5 in the regular season against Vegas. So if 4 out of the 6 times that he has played the Golden Knights, he's hit this. He hit this 31 times in 82 regular season games. But the fact is, he's just shooting the puck like crazy in these playoffs. Over 3.5. I know it's a little extra juice than you would think for a prop like this, but I'm rolling with Kyle Connor, the Jets, over this number. All right, we're going to the NBA, and I really like this one, and people may think I'm crazy, including Spector's model. Xavier Tillman over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists at -110. So we remember game 2 when the Grizzlies won, which they pretty much need to tonight. He had 22, 13, and 3 in 32 minutes. Last game when they got blown out, he played 39 minutes and had 6, 12, and 2, which are both over this total. But here's the stat why I love this. In his last 15 games that he's played 28 or more minutes this season, he's 14-1 over this total. I'm betting on the minutes tonight, maybe to slow down AD, maybe they'll put him on Rui, I don't know. But I expect him to play over 30 minutes, and I think he goes over this just because of that. Listen, 14-1 in the last 15, that's a trend for you. So you guys do with that as you please. And then in baseball, so on Friday I picked Mike Trout to go over his total bases, and guess what? He didn't play, which kind of hurt me because I'd like to do 3 plays a day, and I was stuck with 2. Well, he's facing my favorite left-handed pitcher, Ken Waldichuk of the A's, who I try to fade every time out. But Trout's numbers against him are 4 for 5 with 2 doubles and a home run in his career. So his over 1.5 total bases is, I've seen it -110, -120. Don't care what it is, you got to play this. In his last 2 games, 5 for 9 with 2 doubles and 2 homers after sitting out on Friday. He's hit this over 1.5 total bases in 6 of his last 8. Righties are hitting 347 against Waldichuk, and get this, the wind is blowing out in Anaheim tonight to left field. You got to play it. Trout's probably going Yahtzee. If not, I'll take the double and we'll cash hopefully all 3 of these.
Trout going Yahtzee. It does feel like a perfect storm indeed, so I do like that. Jason Spector, the speculator. I want to get to you next. You have some basketball too, but we have a question in the chat from Eric David about Giannis, and the question specifically was, do we trust Giannis tonight? We can go around the board here real quick. Jason, any expectations in that regard?
I just stay away. You just don't know. For me personally, like, I'm not going to go anywhere near Giannis just because, it shouldn't have been that bad of an injury, but he stayed out extra. He could still not play tonight. I believe he's still questionable in the injury report. So for me, I'm staying away.
And Mikey B, same thing for you on Giannis?
I think what happened is, I think that after they smoked him in game 2, they thought they could be cautious with Giannis. I don't think this is that bad of an injury. He's expected to play tonight. I do think he's going to have – listen, they're down 2-1. They can't lose again. I think he's going to play a ton unless for some reason he re-aggravates the injury. I would probably lean towards the over on his points prop. I think it was like 26.5 last I saw. I'm not afraid of Giannis. I think he's going to go big minutes tonight as they try to win.
There's no way the Heat are actually winning this game tonight, though, right? They're just not.
No.
They're not going to win, right? No.
Fair enough. All right, Jason Spector.
We also said there was no way the Heat were going to win any of the other games, and so you never know, and that's why
they're not winning tonight. No.
Well, I'm going with a Heat player.
I was going to say this is a great transition, Specty, to your play today.
I'm going with Kyle Lowry over 12.5 points and assists at -121. Our SportsLine AI is predicting 9.3 points for him and 4.8 assists, totaling in 14.1 points and assists. And to me, it's the same as EC's just said. I'm all about opportunity in this case. We know Tyler Hero is out and Victor Oladipo just went out for the series. Now, Lowry's not on the injury report, so he's going to play 25 plus minutes like he did in the previous game. And that previous game where he played 27, I was including Oladipo, who did play 19 minutes. Those 19 minutes have got to go somewhere. In the 27 minutes, he had 15 points and 3 assists. And the part that I love most about this is I could see Lowry having 7 assists and 6 points, or 10 points and 3 assists. And either way, we end up cashing. That's why I'm on Lowry over 12.5 points and assists.
Love that play. And Mikey B, you have a play related to this game as well, and you also have an MLB play. Let's hear it.
All right, so for the baseball side of things, we'll go to the Blue Jays-White Sox game. We'll do Blue Jays on the money line at -160. Chris Bassett starting this game. He gave up 9 runs over 3 1/3 innings in his first start of the season. Since then, 3 straight quality starts. Last outing, he held the Astros scoreless over 6 1/3 innings. He had a 3.42 ERA last season. So what we've seen of him in the last 3 games is more the norm as opposed to that season opener. The Blue Jays, they have a good matchup here. Their lineup with regards to facing White Sox, Lance Lynn, he has a 1.83 whip, and he's allowed 6 home runs over 21 in the 3rd inning. So we'll do Blue Jays on the money line -160. And then back to that Heat game, we'll do Caleb Martin over 9.5 points at -115. With all the injuries, his playing time has increased in every game of this series. He logged 33 minutes in game 3. He had 12 points to go along with 11 rebounds. He scored at least 12 points all 3 games of the series, and the 2 times he played the Bucks during the regular season, he had 17 points in both of them. So we'll finish it off with Caleb Martin over 9.5 points.
Absolutely love it. Very intrigued by how this Miami Heat Bucks game goes. And for everybody that doesn't know, you probably watched the morning show. I wasn't on there, but my pick was given out there. It was also out on SportsLine. I have the Lakers tonight. Listen, it's a healthy spread. It's 4.5. That's kind of a lot. But I do like the Lakers tonight. I like them to win the game and to cover the spread again. That pick was put out this morning around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on SportsLine. So obviously you can get a lot of these picks on the SportsLine app. Gentlemen, I think that's all the damage we can do today. Let's bring up the recap screen real quick just so we can go over these picks one more time. Kyle Connor over 3.5 shots on goal, -122. Xavier Tillman over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists at -110. Mike Trout over 1.5 total bases, -110. And then Jason Spector, Kyle Lowry over 12.5 points and assists at -121. Mikey B, Blue Jays money line -160, and Caleb Martin over 9.5 points at -115. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry about the mic issues, but again, the important thing was hearing all the picks from EC, from Mikey B, and of course from the Speculator. So we only have one thing left to do. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight, it's over here, to the pay window. For Jake the Snake on the 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s, for EC, for the Speculator, and for Mikey B, I am the counselor, and we rest our case.